Keep him up, Tony.
There's a punch a little bit low by Margarito. Now, Margarito's a very good body puncher himself, so he wants to go downstairs to the body. It's important for him to do that as well.
Margarito missing wildly with that right hand. But as we said earlier, Margarito takes a while to get going. He is not a fast starter, so you never know. Don't be misled here. There's a good right hand by Margarito.
Margarito is true to his word, using his jab a lot. It just isn't landing that much, but it is being used to set up the right hands, which occasionally are getting in.
But look at this work rate all of a sudden by Margarito. It has picked up considerably. Oh, there's a right hand that Margarito just walked into.
Let's see how much that impacted Margarito.
He left himself wide open after throwing, and Clottey made him pay after Margarito missed. And it's a right uppercut on the inside by Clottey that scored.
Clottey was very emphatic. He said defensively, Margarito does not slip punches well. I'm going to hit him, and he is.
Two headline fighters with vulnerabilities, which makes you believe we could be in for some surprises tonight.
This is already a fascinating and interesting and I think exciting fight. Good body work by Margarito.
Indeed, as Margarito tries to dig out of a hole here in the early going. We approach 1 minute remaining in round 3, scheduled for 12. Clottey to the body, to the head with the right hand, continues to connect. And now the crowd getting behind the underdog. A left hook by Clottey that scored.
The defensive liabilities of Margarito are rearing their ugly head, and maybe rust has something to do with this as well.
His first fight in 10 months, and his last fight only went 1 minute 14. And he's not getting any younger. So that catches up to him. These are wide, sweeping, looping punches by Margarito. Let's see if Clottey can counter on the inside.
Margarito's been able to get through these technical issues because of his power, but tonight, so far, is a different story. We'll see if that continues.
There's that uppercut, followed by a right by Margarito. But there's not a lot of steam behind those punches. Another big round for the challenger.
You're not thinking. The defense is up. His defense is up. You got to work the body. You got to work the body. You got to relax. You're really not in tune. You got to use your jab. Got to use the jab.
Joshua Clottey has worked his way into positions where he can land punches on the inside. Now, those were kind of wild, but there's the right hand. Half uppercut, half straight right. That really stunned Margarito early in the round. It was a counterpunch by Clottey. Even though Margarito lands that right hand, here's Clottey getting that counterpunch in. A solid right hand that I think momentarily stunned Margarito.
Margarito out of sync, careless. You have to wonder in his mind if he is beginning to get discouraged. It's round 4.
Now, the point is, with his power, he's always dangerous in a fight. And even those first 3 rounds, there might be a round in there that somebody might give to Antonio Margarito. But still, this is not going the way Margarito would like it to go. And Clottey's doing several very intelligent things. Look at how he wraps up Margarito when he thinks things are getting out of hand.
Another good right hand by Clottey. Looks over to the ref, claims he was hit low. That was a 4-5 punch combination by Joshua Clottey.
And one of the left hands very low, but he doesn't get a warning from Estefan.
Well, Clottey's reputation, unfortunately for him, precedes him.
Yeah. Oh, wow, is he ripping those hooks? Clottey is fighting a textbook fight in terms of strategy.
Yeah, you said he's got to get inside and dig those shots to the body, and he's doing just that. There's an uppercut to the chin by Clottey. Margarito trying to counter to the body. That's what they want him to do. Another shot by Clottey.
This is the wrong place for Margarito to be languishing on the inside.
Well, Clottey thought that Margarito might be looking ahead, looking past him. He said that to Jim Gray in the interview earlier.
In the corner, we heard them say to Margarito, his hands are so high, you've got to go to the body to get those hands low. Margarito is not doing that in this round. He's still concentrating on the head.
Clottey's showing his hand speed as well. It has been a rough start for the champion, Antonio Margarito. A short, crisp uppercut on the inside by Clottey, and he is wisely throwing those uppercuts on the inside. You don't want to throw those from too far out.
You're right about that.
So Clottey is so far fighting a textbook fight.
Margarito's been very active. You know, he's thrown a lot of punches, as you've pointed out. They just haven't been as effective as he would like. And most of them blocked or some missed, and mostly body work's been good for him when he's done it. Another good left hook by Clottey on the inside.
Clottey is just more accurate, more precision. He's been a sharpshooter here, while Margarito has been wild with his punches. Now Clottey comes back with a straight right hand that sends Margarito back. Now Margarito comes forward, but once again it's Clottey with the upper hand.
And Margarito squaring himself up to Clottey, which he sometimes does. Now they bang heads there, but don't blame Clottey for that one. They were both in there.
Margarito very upset now. And Margarito does have a history of cutting.
You gotta watch your head in there, okay? But there's no cut. Both these,
He's breaking down. He's breaking down. You felt him a little breaking down, huh? But you are still missing a lot. You're still missing a lot. You gotta look for the control. Look for the holes. Look for the holes. Look for the holes to hit him. Lock downstairs.
It was a rough and tumble round. There were punches that strayed low. There's one that was on the belt line by Margarito, and Clottey complaining. There were heads banging together. Now they both bang heads there, and Clottey did kind of tip his head down at that moment, but they both not happy with the result of that.
When we say this could develop into a messy affair, it's doing just that now.
Keep it clean, guys. Keep it clean. Limpio.
Round 5, scheduled for 12 for the WBO welterweight championship. The champion is Antonio Margarito in the maroon with the silver trim, and wearing the blue with the white trim is the challenger Joshua Clottey. And so far, it has been Joshua Clottey's night.
Margarito is himself closing the distance between himself and Clottey. Look at as he comes in. He is himself putting himself in punching range. He can punch from the outside without falling in. He's falling in, and he's going to give Clottey a chance to land something.
And the tough Clottey shaking his head as Margarito comes in. But Clottey saying, you're not hurting me. Trying to discourage Margarito even more. These are pulling punches now by Margarito. Not a lot of effect.
Margarito certainly winning this round because he's the only one doing the punching. But the question is, are any of these punches affecting Clottey? We'll see.
Clottey has just decided to go on defense here, in a defensive posture. And he's got the crowd behind him now, Margarito. Let's see if Clottey starts opening up more offensively. Was he just playing possum there?
Clottey could be trying to make Margarito punch himself out, and Margarito is throwing a lot of punches that are wasted here.
You're right. I think that's what's on the mind here of Joshua Clottey. But remember, Clottey has had problems with stamina and fatigue later in fights, so maybe he's conserving his energy here as well.
We're certainly giving away round 5.
A lunging right, that's a very dangerous right hand by Joshua Clottey. He just led with his right. He didn't jab his way in. And he was very fortunate Margarito didn't counter.
Well, big comeback round, certainly for Antonio Margarito, primarily because Clottey has simply done nothing offensively. Is all this sound and fury signifying nothing, or is Antonio Margarito hurting and wearing down Clottey? Well, shook his head, no, he must have hurt me.
Clottey. You just saw that, yeah. I think this is part of Clottey's strategy, but it's not going to win him the round. But he's thinking maybe in the big picture it may win him the fight.
That's a nice uppercut by Margarito. Some of these punches are getting in.
5 seconds.
There's a good right hand here towards the end of the round by Joshua Clottey.